Hello everyone, today on this lecture we discuss about the characteristics of good research. So research you already know, research is the systematic and the scientific methods of investigating on a problem or any phenomena to get some knowledge, and that will be helpful in our profession or in nursing practice. So that is called research. So by which criteria we can know this research is good, or how this research should be look like. Okay, so how it will be. So for that one, so some criteria is there. Okay, and by this criteria, if fulfilling all this criteria, then after we call the research is good. So we'll see what are the criteria by which we can judge, evaluate a research is good or insufficient. So first one, that is empirical. Empirical means based on the measurement that will be accurately obtained. So in empirical, when you are taking a research problem, so you should be take research from the current situations or the current issue that is arises in your profession. So on that point, on that problem, we will take the research. So whatever you are going to research, so whatever you data collect or anything you will be, that should have a measurement. That have a measurement that will be collected accurately. So you know, in the quantitative type of research, so there the data were collected by the numerical forms. Okay, and in the qualitative research, there we collect data for the people's opinion. So this is empirical. Next criteria, that is called the credible. So credible of capable of believable. So whatever you were got the data, that is the primary data. If you want to know about the more about the problem, so you can depend upon the secondary data, that is you got the information from the internet or any journal or any books, you get the data, but that site should be, or that information, source of information should be believable and trustworthy. That is called the credible. So this is the one of the second criteria. Third one is the analytical. So everything in research we will take the data should be analyzed accuracy. So what happens, the methods of analysis method should be appropriate, and the validity and the reliability of the data should be checked. So that data, whatever we are collecting, that should be accurately collected. Okay, or in the gathering of data, the analytical approach is required. Next we will go to fourth criteria, that is the critical. So the critical approach means being able to evaluate information objectively. So what happens when you gather the information, and from the data you will find a logic. What is the fact, or what is the root of cause? So that will be found. So that is called the critical. So it should be one of the criteria through which on this basis the research is carried out. Next come, that is methodological. So in research, methodological approach is essential. Each step should be follow logical sequence, so without any bias. So we are going to do in research, the number of steps are there. Okay, so that will be helpful to end a research, otherwise you become biased. So the researcher must have patience, because some of the time researcher will be the research will be take too much time. So you have don't be haphazardous, and you will be have the patience and do the research in the methodological, or you say the logical sequence. As you know, when you got the problem statement, you will want to do a research. The first step will become, that is the identify and formulation of the research problem. Next will become that the formulation of specific objective. Third point will become the review of literature. Then fourth section will become that is the conceptual framework. Then fifth one will become that is the formulation of hypothesis. Then come that is the research design. Next come the sampling. Next come the tool validation. Then ethical approval should be required. Next come the pilot study. Second come the sample technique, data collection, data analysis, again interference of the result. Next will become that is the dissemination of the research result. So after that number of steps, we go to the research result. So you are not biased by any step, or in the methodological you will be in your track. You will be on a track to finalize the research or to end the research. Next will become generalized. So generalizable means it means the ability of the research study applied to the large population but a broader group. So here what happens? You take some in a problem set, your problem research, you doing a research on few number of people, and this research, the result of this research, if you will complete the research and that result will be research, the result of the research is applicable, can be applied to the large group of people, or if the result of the research is a broader aspect, so that is called generalizable. Okay, next come reliable. Reliable means it describes the accuracy of the research instrument such as survey or the test. So if you will must do the research survey, pre-test, post-test, this will be required to do for the research, so that should be accurately done. Because if you suppose this research is another one doing the same research, or you repeat the research, then every time the research results will be same, so that is called reliability. Okay, so every time on the multiple times you are doing the same research, then the result will be same, and it will be happen if you accurately do this research. You have done some mistakes, then result will be differ, so that is called reliable. Next one is called, that is the expertise. So this was all the above criteria is for the research. I think this is for the researcher, how the researcher should be. So researcher should have the adequate knowledge, and researcher must have trained and undertake the activity of the research. He or she must have the adequate knowledge to carry out or conduct a research. Okay, so this is the criteria on which a research is established, or you say this is the characteristics of a good research. Hope you understand. Thank you for watching. Please keep on subscribing.